Hello and welcome to Zero Sievert and this beginner's guide to what is a pretty cool game. I'm going to go over as much as I possibly can, as quickly as possible as I start a new game. You have a couple different options for difficulty. You can go Rookie, Survivor, or Hunter, and you can change just about everything from these other options over here. I'm going to click on Survivor, which is sort of the main way to play, and just hit Next. Right away we have a bunch of different equipment options. I'm going to go with equipment number 1 this time, which is a pretty basic loadout with a AK and a pistol. So right away we spawn into the bunker, which is called Zero Sievert, and the first guy we want to talk to is the barman. But before we even do that, I'm going to show you our inventory. If we hit tab, we can go into our inventory, we can move our AK up into weapon slot 1, put our pistol in weapon slot 2, our armor on our armor slot, and right away we're now equipped and ready to go. You can notice if we mouse over the bullets, we're going to see what weapon they can be used for, so that's pretty great. And if we mouse over the weapon, we can see the bullets highlighted as well. We have a couple different things in our starting provisions here. One is some medication, and the other one is a bunch of provisions for eating. So the way we heal in this game is a little bit different. If you played Tarkov, you're probably a little bit used to this, but it's not quite as simple as just HP. There's a couple different ways we can get hurt, one of which is we can have a bleed, which this medkit actually won't help with, but this bandage will. So it says bleed +1, movement yes, movement speed 100. This is going to let us fix a bleed if we get one. This one is a med kit, which gives us +50 health, but it doesn't let us move, and it takes 8 seconds. And the last one is a first aid med kit that fixes 15 wound. So wound is actually temporary health that gets removed that we can't get back normally if we get really badly hurt. So this is all now in our hotkey. If we hit these numbers on our keyboard, we're going to start doing these things. So that's going to help us stay alive as well. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and make sure our weapons are reloaded. So let's hit R, because if we go into the game right now, our weapons will be unloaded, and you can see in the bottom left here the empty magazine, which is now full. So those are all set up and ready to go. I can hit 1 and switch back to my AK, and I can press K to get a nice look at it. Wow, look at that. Let's hop back into the barman by hitting F to talk to him. Now the barman has lots of good stuff. First off, he can refill your hunger and your thirst if you're hungry, which you can find at the top of the page right here with our hunger and our thirst. We can also trade with him. So I can actually give him my vodka, some water, all the rest of the food. I don't feel like I'm going to need this food because, I'm going to find some in the game anyways. And this is going to make us nice and light for running around. So this is what I'm going to do, but you don't have to do that. It's totally up to you. Next up, I want to show you what he sells. He has medication and food, but he also has other tabs on the right-hand side here, like general equipment, which has backpacks and armor and headlamps, really good stuff. He's got ammo, which is really important. We can buy ammo and grenades here for our weapons. We have SMGs and pistols, shotguns, rifles, snipers and DMRs, which is really nice. And then we have a bunch of attachments, which he doesn't actually have anything for. So that is what he has, but also he has tasks, which is very important. This is how we're going to progress in the game. So let's go ahead and click on First Steps, which is the first quest we can accept. We can click on Accept, and we can click back on it to have a look at it. It's got a whole story in here explaining what's going on, but he wants us to survive one time in the forest map, eliminating 5 wolves. These don't need to be done at the same time. These can be on multiple different runs, so we'll just go in there and try to get it done. So let's leave him. Let's go down here and talk to our friend the Networker. He's going to have some semi-randomized quests that are going to recharge every once in a while. So let's just go ahead and accept all of these. These can be kind of done at any time to get some rewards that you can see down at the bottom here. When you finish a quest and everything is done from the objective section here, it'll say complete. We can actually click on which reward we want, click gain reward, and we'll get that thing and complete the quest. So for right now, we have all of the quests actually ready to go at the beginning, so that's awesome. This is the area that we're going to build our hideout in, but right now we don't have a whole lot in here. I'll get a bit into more building the hideout after the first couple runs, but first off, let's hop into Stash. This is where we can keep things between runs if we need to, but for now, we'll just go ahead and keep everything on us. Now, the other person that I want to show you real quick before we hop into the map itself is the Doctor. This is another really important NPC. We talk to them, they can heal us, they can heal our health, our wounds, or our radiation. They can also repair our armor as long as it's below level 4 armor class. They do have some really good trades. They have medicine, which is really important, but they also have some repair kits. and some hazmat suits, so some good stuff. I think that's mostly it. Just gonna check real quick. Yep, that's it. And beyond that, actually that's about it. Okay, so we've talked to everybody that we need to. One other thing in here is there are beds up here if you need to sleep. You can see well rested, 91 out of 100, so I'm pretty good. But once this gets low, we can go here and sleep just by dragging this to the amount of time you want to sleep for and clicking sleep. Let's run down here to the very bottom of the bunker where we're going to find the conductor. And the conductor is ready to take us to whichever map we choose. Let's go ahead and hit talk. Go to I want to leave, and you can choose what map you'd like to go to. However, only one map is going to be unlocked from the get-go, which is Forest. We're going to have to progress the main storyline with Barman in order to continue. So let's hop in here and see what we can do. Alright, so let's hit space, and we're in the map. Hit M, we're going to see where we are. This map is semi-randomized, so let's listen. There's a wolf howling. That means there's wolves over to the left. Let's kind of avoid that by moving to the right a little bit. Can have a look around us. You can see the kind of cone of vision around my character. Anything that's outside of this cone of vision, we won't see. So if somebody walked up behind me right now, we might hear them walking, but we won't see them. So we need to turn to see them. We can also see that the reticle changes as the mouse moves around. So as these crosshair become closer, that's more accurate of a shot. If I bring the crosshair further away, you see it's getting larger and larger. It means it's going to be less accurate of a shot. And when it starts turning red, it's no longer any good, and now our bullets are not effective at that range. So we bring this closer and closer. We're going to see the same thing, and right up to us. Oh, we're allowed to shoot right up to us apparently with this gun, but it does get pretty unwieldy, which is why it's turning red. We can hit 2 to switch between weapons, 2 and 1 to go back and forth. If we hit a jam, the screen's going to say jam. We can press V to unjam it, but this weapon is at 100% durability, so it's probably not going to happen. We can hit shift to sprint, WASD, of course, to move around, and tab to open our inventory. Different things in the map are always going to exist, but maybe in slightly different locations. So in this case, we're always going to have this gray square, which is actually the lumberyard area. And we're going to have this area in the middle, which is a town. The town has a boss in it, so might want to be a little bit wary of that. The lumberyard mostly has bandits in it, so we're not too scared of bandits. However, all we have at the moment is this class 2 armor, so we're not all that protected, so we do have to be pretty careful here. You can see we have a sprint bar on the top left as well, so you can watch that sprint bar. It's going to go down as you hold shift. If you go close to some debris like this, it's probably irradiated, or start hearing some clicking. As we hear the clicking, you can see the irradiation start going up on that bar there. Once that gets high enough, you might see some adverse effects, like you might start getting random bleeds and stuff, so watch out for that. If we want to have a point of interest on the map that we want to go to, we can right-click and click Add Marker. We can also remove that marker by right-clicking on it again. That'll put a little blue mark on our screen that will help us find where we're going. It sounds like somebody's fighting each other up here. But when they fight each other, it's really good for us. So you can see here they're fighting. Now some enemies are friendly and some are not. This guy, can't really tell. I think he's just kidding, he was a hunter. Okay, I thought he might be Green Army, but his shoot looked a little bit brown. So I wasn't too sure, so I didn't shoot right away. There are factions you don't want to fight, like the Green Army. They have visors like this, but their bodies are more green. This was a hunter, just like ourselves. He actually had class 3 armor, but it's only 36 durability. So it's kind of hard to tell. I think maybe I'll switch to it. Honestly, I'm not too sure about the durability and how that does for us, but I think it is actually better. You can see it's 14% melee protection, whereas this one has 30. It also has radiation, anomaly, and fragility protection. So probably just better. We can switch to this gun instead of our pistol. It uses the same bullets, which is nice. These injectors are worth a lot of money, so we'll grab that. We'll grab the money, and we'll grab the bandages. Extra meds are always good to have. And we can leave this stuff here on that hunter. Let's check this other weapon, make sure it's reloaded. Now it is. If we hit B, we can change from semi-automatic to automatic. It looks like our AK was already on automatic mode, which was very lucky for us there, as we had to spray this guy down. And looking at our health, we're missing a little bit of health now, but I don't really want to use my med kit that uses up, that will give us 50 health, because it feels like a bit of overkill. I'd rather save it if possible. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. You can see here, we have a building that says enter, so we can go inside. We have a chest, we can loot it, and now we can see what's inside it. And I kind of already did it, but, you know, Just wanted to show you like how that works. So anyways, we got some stuff. We got some scrap materials. We got a wheel. The wheel's probably really heavy. Yeah, it's 2 kilograms. So I'm not going to grab the wheel for now because it's just a little bit too heavy for using. We've got a couple of filing cabinets here. You can loot the first one. It's got a smartphone that's going to be worth money. And then if we scroll on the scroll wheel and hit F again, we can check the second filing cabinet. Okay. That's a ghoul. They often are in packs, but I don't see any other ones right now. That was a bit scary. You can check it real quick. It's just got ghoul's tentacles, no big deal. So I want to check some of these bodies, but I got to make sure that it's safe to do so. So we're just going to check around the corners here and make sure there's nobody waiting for us. Remember, the cone of vision is what we're checking inside. So it looks like 2 hunters just ran into each other here. That's all that happened. Grab the chocolate, grab the anti-rad pills. You can grab this hydrogen peroxide as well. We're going to need a hammer. We're going to need a hammer and a screwdriver for some of our hideout modules, so we might as well grab it anyways. And we got some more bullets for this gun. Why not? Can't hurt. He's saying this is heavy. We're only 11 out of 20, so we're doing pretty good for weight. Have a look in here as well. Nothing in the second cabinet. Some med kit box. Got some more bandages. Got some more good stuff. I'm actually going to put this on the hotbar and just use it right away. Like I said before, I didn't want to use something that used 50 health, but hey, it's an extra one, so it doesn't even really count, right? That's my thought. Let's get the anti-bleed gel. Let's go ahead and use this. Remember, this one gives us 0 movement, so that's why I can't move right now. I'm stuck here, but other med kits will act differently. Some of them might even heal for... Whoa! Some of them might heal for more, and let us move, right? Like, they're all going to be different, so let's see if this guy's chasing us. We always want to move our sight lines. Oops. We always want to move our sight lines. Oh, we're getting a little bit hurt. Let's just move up here, get away. Okay, we're looking good. We're about half health. Let's go ahead and heal real quick. Now we are looking like we're a little bit thirsty. We'll get a drink after this as well. See, they kind of lost sight of where we were, so we were able to kind of get away. There was a lot of them there, so I can kind of sneak back down here. There was one down here kind of close. If you move your mouse off to the edge, you can kind of see a little bit more. Oh, there's that guy. He's dead. The other ones might come to investigate the sound. You can see the crow there eating some flesh. That's to give you a visual indicator of where a body is, because sometimes it's hard to see where the bodies are. So look for the crows. That'll help you out. And if you move by and you see a crow kind of like take off, it's a good chance there was a body there. Let's go ahead and reload. What are we doing for ammo here now? We're doing okay? Yeah, we're doing okay. Okay, so let's go over a little bit closer. I've got my finger on tab, right? Because I'm searching this, but it's pretty sketchy. Scrap ammo. This is a good med kit. Like I was saying, this one gives health. Move speed goes to 50% instead of 0. So, and it only takes 3 seconds to use, so it's pretty different, pretty good. This is a full AK instead of a 74U. It fires a different kind of ammo. Actually, no, it's the same. 54539. Yeah, okay. So if you actually look at it down a little bit lower, just by your mouse over the weapon, you'll see the type of ammo. This is 54539. So different ammo types will be shown there. I just heard walking. He just went inside here. Oh. He must be dead, right? Yeah, we got him. Alright. So yeah, try to use different angles like this. Like if there's a guy here, what you want to do is like literally peek out and try to like kind of shoot as you come out. Like this, and then move around to the other side. Right. It's just like other games like this. You just have to treat it like that. Don't sleep on these guys, because like they can kill you very quickly. They just nail a couple of shots, you can be dead. They have a sniper, they hit you once, they can take you out, so definitely be careful. Don't expect just because it's a silly little top-down game that they won't screw you, because they will. So let's grab all the good stuff here. You can hear the radiation going off. I'm not too worried about it. We have an anti-rad pill, and usually it's not like the end of the world if we get a little irradiated. It'll be fine. We could grab this weapon, perhaps. How much does it weigh? 2.3? That's fine. So we could actually break this down afterwards. Once we're back in the bunker, we can break some stuff down, like the armor and the weapons. Grab the wrench as well, also for building hideout stuff. Start grabbing some nails. Let's go ahead and loot this other bandit who has class 3 armor. We also have class 3 armor. This one's 44. Not too sure, but I think this one's better, so I'll take it. Why not? Lots of good stuff in this guy's inventory, including a weapon repair kit for these specific kinds of weapons. So make sure you take a look at that. But this one will do 7.6251, 7.6254, and 12.7. So these are for, I think, mostly long rifle stuff. And he actually has a really sweet sniper. He's got an MKM with some attachments on it. So I'm going to go ahead and steal that. And it uses 7.6239, which we have a little bit of here. We're now over for our weight. Oh, that's cool. I think that's new. When you mouse over the weight, it'll show you which things are the heaviest. That's really cool. So how much is this? Oh, it's 2 kgs for this armor repair kit. Oh. Can I use it right now? Do I need to be out of the raid to use it, I wonder? So now I'm kind of wondering where I can leave. So if I take a look at the map, I can look around and look for these extraction points. There's 2 on the map. One is down here, one is at the very top right. So I'm going to go for this one just by adding a marker. Now, if I try to move there with all this stuff in my inventory, it's going to take a long time. So I'm going to think about how I can avoid that. So let's think about this. First off, my character needs to eat and could probably drink as well. So let's consume the food. That'll free up a little bit of weight. Let's put some bullets in this gun as well. It's saying that there's no ammo found for 7.6239 PS, but I know that I have ammo in my inventory that says that I can work with it, but it's 7.6239 BP. So why is that not working? Because it's got the wrong ammo type selected for this weapon. To change this, press Y, and sometimes you'll see a list of different ammos show up, but this time there's only one. You press Y again. If there was different ammo types, you can scroll between them to choose which one you want. Press Y again to reload, and we're good to go. Nice. So this weapon can shoot pretty far, pretty accurately, and it also looks like it has a laser. If you hit L, we can actually turn that on. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're still moving kind of slow. We can actually sort by weight as well. Let's have a look here. Okay, so let's get rid of this. And now we're under. There we go. Oh, the other thing I should show you real quick is with the weapon itself, you can right-click and unload to take all the bullets out of it if you want to really min-max things. I should probably keep my my AK out. It's been very trusty so far, but I just want to use this cool gun with the laser. Alright, so we came across a couple of buildings out in the wilderness here. Now, I wanted to show you real quick that if you go up to the door here, you can see a little white spot, you can go in. And sometimes there'll be containers in here for you to loot, not this time. What about this building? Okay, there we go, this one has a container. Let's grab a couple things. Fruit juice is always good. We can drink it right away if we want. If we look, we're thirsty, 81. And now we're looking good at 99. One other thing I noticed down here was a little bit of fire. These might not look like much, but if you walk into them, something bad's going to happen. Now, how I set those off is I hit the G key. If you hit G, it throws a little bolt, which you can just barely see on your screen. I'll throw it at this bunny. See the little bolt coming out? This little bolt, if you throw it at an anomaly, like these little flares, will make them activate, which is a good way to see where traps are if you're trying to get towards these little gems on the map. You'll see these little green gems and these little red gems. Now we just came across another little point of interest. that you're going to find randomly spawn on the map. This is like a little stronghold, but we don't know who's here yet. This could be a bandit camp, or it could be a friendly camp, like with some green army or some friendly hunters. That's a bandit. That's a lot of guys. So I need to back up and reposition because that was very sketchy. Let's go over here and go ahead. Oh, can I cancel this? No? Okay, we're okay. They didn't walk this far, thankfully. Oh, they're still thinking about it. Oh, this gun is nice. Can aim really far. We got a little jam. We got to press V. Alright, he's dead. I'm a little hurt. Now this heals for 40. I could use it. Let's reload this super sweet SKS. Switch back to the AK. Have a quick look around on this side. I think there's one more guy. Now if we go near this green flare, it'll start getting us out of the game, which I don't actually want to do yet. So I want to kill this last guy. There we go, he's dead. Okay, we're bleeding. Let's back up a little bit and fix the bleed. So I hit 4 for our bandages, and we're going to see that 1 go away. As long as that 1 is up, it's going to tick us down for damage. There we go, we got that last guy. Alright, so now, with all these guys eliminated, I can't actually loot this guy because he's in the leave area. Oh, it looks like as long as I'm looting, I don't leave. Looked like that time didn't change, right? Yeah, okay, that's nice. I didn't know about that. So, now that we're so close to the exit, we can basically take everything that we want until we go too far over and then we can't move at all. So, we can definitely, like, slow ourselves down with stuff, which is not a big deal. We just can't take, like, everything. Ooh, there's a safe here. Take all the money. Okay. Awesome. And a toolbox. We'll see what we can get away with here. Okay, so we're 2 overpacked now. Can't move anymore. Some duct tape, some nails. Leaving in 2. Okay. What can we do here? Leave some stuff here. We don't need the juice. Just a handgun on that guy. Kind of wondering if I stand like in the exit, if I could like drop stuff here, then move. Never actually tried this before. Alright, let's try it. Take all this stuff and get out with everything. That actually works. That's like I wouldn't say it's broken because it's hard to pull something like that off. You have to be like right near the exit, but still, that's pretty cool. 24,000 rubles made in the first run. 200 experience. We didn't find any wolves, so we didn't finish the quest. But we did finish a subtask, and these guys are going to be freaked out that we got back. No way! So if we go to barman, we go to task, it's going to show that we have not the task finished, right? Like, we're not done. So we're going to have to go in here, have a quick look, and sure enough, it shows that we survived one time, but we haven't eliminated the wolves. But what we can do is we can trade. And we can trade him a bunch of our stuff. Actually, we should see... Yeah, we have everything that we still want up here. I'm actually going to keep this weapon. It's really nice as a secondary. So let's just trade him a bunch of stuff. Weapon repair kit could be cool, but honestly, at the beginning of the game, we need a lot of money. And the weapons that we have are in pretty good shape, so we can just sell like a bunch of stuff. Some things we might want to right-click and scrap. We'll get scrap material for it instead. And that scrap material, like scrap meds, scrap material, scrap ammo, all that stuff, scrap weapons, scrap armor. Actually, I can show you some of that here. Like, we'll scrap this. We'll get some scrap armor. We can scrap this. We'll get some scrap weapons. That stuff is all used for crafting. I'm going to show you a little bit of crafting now, but right after I finish selling a bunch of stuff. Sell this, sell the single bullet, you can send these. We'll keep this and drink it. Keep these for crafting. Keep this for crafting. Cool, cool, cool. Hammer, hammer. We'll sell one of the hammers. No, it's not really worth it. It's fine. We'll sell this stuff. And we'll sell these. Now, real quick, we'll make 11,000 rubles. That's great. I want to show you real quick. We can also click here and go sort by price. That'll help us see like which things are actually worth money anyways. So if we do that, we can kind of see like this stuff is worth money. So we'll go back to trade and we'll make sure we sell these things. Now, like, do we need a sterilized bandage? Probably. They're pretty good. We'll keep these things. We can sell the coffee. Okay, the rest of this is looking okay. Let's go ahead and send that deal. It's another 4,000 rubles. We're now at 23,000, which is much more healthy than where we were. We can go down here and see what he has for his quests. It looks like we have one of our quests like at least partially done with that battery. There we go. Yeah, he wants us to get some batteries. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering why the battery was highlighted. That is why. The other reason why we might have stuff highlighted is if we come in here and we want to build one of our modules to make our hideout better, which is how we do it. We do it in here. We can go in here and choose which one we want to build, and if we don't have everything we need for it yet, we can click on track, and that will start tracking what we need when we're in raid. It'll highlight it in yellow. And some things, like I said, need scrap weapons, scrap armor to make, so we can scrap those materials. If we bring them out, we can right-click on them and scrap them. We just can't scrap them in the game. Alright, so I'm going to want to build a bed, which means I'm going to need a pillow and some nuts and nails. We already have a hammer and a screwdriver, which is great. Just need a couple more things. So let's track that so that I can look for that stuff in the next raid. We can go to our stash and stash all the things that are useful to us. And in fact, I'll stash this as well. I know it's useful for other stuff. We'll scrap or stash our scrap, and we'll put some of these things down here that we're going to keep with us. We're going to sell these. We don't need them. Actually, we could scrap them as well. And we can put that in there. Okay. So we have... How are we doing for our meds? One thing is we don't actually need to run around in here. We can hit H. Just click on the one we want. We can go to Doctor. Get him to repair our armor for 16,000 rubles. It's probably still worth it, but just don't know if it makes sense when we only have 23,000. We can go ahead and have them heal us. We can see if we need any meds. Like, realistically, we probably do need to buy at least one med kit, which is pretty expensive. I think it's 3,000, so oof. But at least that way we can heal a bit more if we need to. Better than dying, honestly. You might be asking, what happens if you do die? And the good news is, you don't lose anything other than what you've got in the raid. So whatever you had when you went into the raid is what you have when you leave. If you die, it's just any progress you made in the raid you kind of lose. So it's not too painful. which is nice, but if you're having a really, really good raid and you lose everything, it just, you know, it's a waste of time, right? So that is the bummer. So what kind of ammo does this take? 54539. Alright, so let's get a bit of ammo here for another 1,200. And the last thing we might want to look at pretty early is a backpack. So this backpack, it's for 13,000. It's going to give us more weight to carry, and it's going to improve our move speed and ergonomics. Probably go with this one. This will be 13,000, so it's going to bring us down a little bit. We can remove our school backpack and replace it with this one. We can sell our school backpack for 800 as well. There we go. Now we only have 6,000, but we have meds and we have everything we need. We just need to sleep and eat before we leave. So let's go ahead and come up here, find a bed, and just sleep till the morning time. I like to sleep till about 9 a.m. to actually have light in the game. The game's pretty dark until about that point. At least I found. Alright, now you can see that since we slept for so long, we are pretty hungry and pretty thirsty. For about 500 rubles, we're all set. And let's hop back in. So you can see the most part of the game, we're going to be simply stocking up at the bunker, going into a map, trying to complete as much stuff as possible between our quests and our, you know, getting good items and killing bosses, which, by the way, there are bosses. And trying to survive, getting out with good stuff, selling it, looting up again, and deciding where to go next. That is basically the game loop. Oh, there's some wolves over here. Let's go hunt down the wolves for our quest. Oh, somebody's already hunting down the wolves. Did I get one or two? A lot of them up here. Where'd that last wolf go? Did I get enough? 3 out of 5, not quite. Oh, there's one. That's 4 out of 5. Just need one more wolf. Okay, who's in here? They're friendly. An old man lives in the forest. So yeah, we want to find that guy if possible, but anyways, these guys are nice. They let us have our stuff. Basically, if any faction is friendly and you go up to them, you will be able to take whatever you want from them. And you can see which factions you're friendly with by going in here and having a look at our relations. It looks like only the bandits themselves will actually fight us right now. We won't find any Crimson Corp around here, but we will find Green Army and maybe Scientists, but probably not. I'm not sure where the... Oh, actually, I guess these are the loners. And the way you can kind of tell what the different dudes are is these guys will have no face mask whatsoever. The Green Army are green guys with a visor. The bandits are kind of brown guys with a visor. And the bandits have like a face mask. That's kind of how I managed to keep them all in line. So I could check and see what scientist work is and complete it if I wanted to, but retrieve an analyzer, retrieve an analyzer, retrieve an analyzer. Okay, nothing too crazy. Looks like there was some anomalies here. So there's some crystals here. Oh look, if you just walked towards it, you would have got burnt up. So you gotta check and see where it's safe to go. And then you can go there and get the crystal. It's worth some good money. I might as well take care of that. Alright. There's another kind of anomaly. It will hurt you too. Whoa. Is that just a random ricochet? What was that? There's a camp here. Alright. there more here? Well, that went well. Well, they have a lot of good stuff. Some of it we need. We might as well take it. There's also a nice... it's kind of interesting, right? This is the same weapon, but it actually looks a little different. It's because all the attachments on the weapon are actually stuff you can change. This is like a plum-colored AK-74U compared to the normal one. Pretty cool. And the modding actually isn't quite that hard. Oh, wow. Apparently we need that for something, so we'll take it. Why not? Take some bandages. These are nice. We'll just go up the list. Take from everyone. More sterilized bandages, I think. Very nice. So this is one of the attachments that you can change on weapons. This one only works with BS98, but it is a 10-round mag. If you bring that to your hideout, you can actually click on mod on the in the hideout, and you can actually put that onto the weapon if it uses it. So pretty cool. Now, as I mentioned, there are bosses. There is a boss down here in this town. His name is Lazar, and he is the very first boss in the game. He very, very easily can kill me, but I'm gonna, for the, you know, for the sake of this... Ooh, that guy was a little dangerous. That's a hunter. I thought it was gonna be a ghoul around the corner, and it turned out being a hunter, so I was not prepared. Just gotta be ready to blast them. Alright, so we'll take the pillow. Need that for our bed that we're trying to build. Smartphone's nice. Eat the food. Just eat the food right away sometimes, because, like, you might as well. Some nails. Alright. Let's heal up again here. So we took some more hits. Let's see if we have any more meds that we can use. I think the sterilized bandages give us a little bit of health. Only plus 15, so not great. But better than nothing, which is basically what we have right now. We're slightly irradiated. We can take a pill and see how that helps us, if at all. Oh yeah, that helps us. Good, good. That's Lazar for sure, that I just heard shooting. Let's reload. We'll have a peek at him. Maybe I won't finish fighting him. That's Lazar right there. You can see him. Maybe I can use my other weapon on him. Oh, his guard came out and took me out. Alright, they are very powerful. You gotta be quick. But those were some good shots on Lazar that might have actually hurt him pretty good. But anyways, it wasn't enough to take him out. I am going to pop into the base just to show you modding. There's a lot of different stuff that you can do in here. But yeah, one of them is modding. So if you hop in here, you go to mod weapons. Like, let's hop into our other weapon here because it has a bit more stuff going on. If we go to any of the attachment points, we can remove stuff and add things. You can see it changing on the model itself. That's the laser coming on and off. We can go to scope, remove the scope, put on a different scope. If there's anything available, it'll show up in here. Muzzle, magazine, all sorts of stuff. And that's how you kind of remove things and put different things on. If we go to this weapon, we can see we could actually take the handguard off, right? We could take the stock off. And now, if we leave, this is not a usable weapon, and we can't just put stuff on from here. If we press K, you can see like what we have left essentially. Let's go back in here, let's mod the weapon again. I think we can put the handguard back on and then maybe it'll be usable. Let's find out. Yeah, that's a usable weapon. It's just really bad. Because it doesn't have a stock. So let's go ahead and put the stock back on. So you can see there's other stuff you can do here, like building medication, ammunition, food, repair kits, repairing your own gear. Just takes some stuff. But we're also going to need a workshop level 1, which we don't have. To build these things, these are all the different modules like I showed you before. You would go in here, you would craft it once you have enough stuff. Then you can hit J. You can choose where you want your thing to go. So you can like assign this to be for the bed. Hit install, and it will go there. Then you just need to actually select it from your inventory and click use, and that bed would go to that area. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. This game's a lot of fun, especially when you kind of get into it and start killing some bosses and getting some cool stuff. So I hope this was helpful and you have a great time in Zero Sievert. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.